Welcome to Your 1%, the chat show on voicesandviews.com. Today's guest is an incurable, chronic do-gooder who connects with people through art, science, healing and spirituality. The tortured, tormented soul of this city, Mumbai, is now energized by his energy bank, where we can contribute as we will and withdraw when we need. Meet R. Sridhar, the young, dynamic senior editor of Times of India, a national daily in Mumbai, whose healing hands encircle the globe. Welcome, Sridhar. It's such an honor to have you with us here on Your 1%.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me.
It is very difficult to choose one from your multifaceted body of work, but let us begin with your energy bank. Connecticut was just a column in a newspaper. How did it grow into such a big movement?
I used to write a column in Bombay Times in 1999. It was called Second Thought. It was about alternative ways to look at healing and the human body. It was based on my experiences in healing that I was having since 95. Okay, so when the column died in 2000, I approached the chairperson of the Times of India, Mrs. Indu Jain. And she's a spiritualist as a personality. And I explained that, in Reiki, for instance, there is something called group Reiki, wherein 5 people sit together to pray for one person. What happens in a group Reiki is that the multiple energy forces which come into a patient heals that patient faster. So I thought, why not use my influence, whatever I have as a journalist, to bring about a larger good? Because the basic funda is, the common notion is that we are all independent, but I feel we are all interdependent. I cannot be sitting here without millions of people making sure that I manage to sit here, including the person who's made this chair or this camera or this, everything. So my success would depend on how much I make others successful. And I felt that if I can create a column which can act as a catalyst to bring together people of the city to pray or at least wish well for one person of the city, that much of energy influx into that one person will definitely heal that person. This is what the concept was. No one had written such a column. Many of my journalist friends felt I was mad doing it because they are the rational kind. So I was willing to take the gamble, and I got the support also. So the column started, and I called it Connecticut because the column was a ticket to get connected to so many people. That's why this unusual name. And so when I put in the prayer requests, and people started writing to me, and I put that request in my column, and I asked the general people or the readers to pray for this person. My intention was not to find out how many people are praying. My job was just to put it. Even if 10% of the reader base prays for this person, that's a huge number of people. And I felt that the healing will take place, and that's what we found out. So I used to publish the prayer request, and then the following week I used to say what kind of effect it has had on that person. So many people got healed within a week. One lady wrote to me from Kuwait saying that her daughter the doctor is not able to treat the daughter. They've got the child after 8 years, and they have residual problems. The child has residual problems. She cannot be touched. We cannot treat her. So she wrote to me. I don't know how she got my email ID. And I put it in the paper, and I put her email ID as well. So there were many people who were directly writing to her. So stranger talking to a stranger, it has a huge impact, very huge impact, especially when you're low in spirit. And within a week she wrote back saying that, my child has been miraculously touched. How it happened, I think we are too small to understand that. But it happens, And there were many, so it's not just health issues, it was like guy not getting the visa or relationships not working out or, X, Y, Z. And then when large number of people were writing and getting in touch, then I thought why not do it for a national cause? So then, I don't know whether you recall, because many years back there was these stone throwing incidents on local trains in Bombay. People were losing their eyesight, and the authorities couldn't do anything about it because people used to throw stones and run away. So how do you catch them? So I thought, why not do this technique? So in my column I wrote, why not sit at 10 o'clock and visualize all these people who are throwing stones, quote unquote, putting their stones down and, sorry, and, just visualizing. Creative visualization is a very, very powerful tool. Not many people know its power actually. It heals very miraculously. Now, so I suggested at 10 o'clock, let's sit down for 15 minutes and visualize these people as peaceful. And I used to be in touch with the railway authorities to know if the number of incidents have dropped. And there was a dramatic drop in incidents. I'm not saying it's because of these prayers, but the prayers must have helped. So then we did Kashmir, prayers in Kashmir. So visualizing those people putting down their arms and hugging each other and things like that. It's not for me to find out how many people are actually doing it. I'm just the catalyst. I present the forum. Those who want to come can come and do it. This is what it is. So then in 2001, I thought, why not formalize it? So again, I put it in the paper saying that I need a place. So someone said, okay, there is a temple at Bandra. Why don't you speak to the trustees and you can take that place? So about 35 odd people came for the first meeting. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. They didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't know what we were going to do. We just knew that we had to meet and do something. And these people came, and that's how the Connecticut group got formed. Then one girl said, okay, I can form an e-group. I'll set up a Yahoo groups, and that is the basis on which Connecticut works, where all the members are members of the e-group, where a lot of requests come from all over the world, and people pray for people they don't even know or ever seen. And it went on, foreigners join Americans, and there's a Mongolian, there's a Pakistani, there's someone from Peru, from Singapore. It's like, it's huge. So I don't even know how many members are there. Technically, yeah, about 300, 400 members in the e-group, but it's just, it cannot be fathomed, you know what I mean?
Members of Connecticut call themselves citizens. How did that acquire an identity of its own?
And that just came about. One person, I don't even recall who actually coined that word. It just, someone said it sounded nice, and because we are citizens of the world, So somewhere that rang a bell, So we called it citizens, and we address each other as citizens. There is no, also one more thing is that people are innately good. They are good human beings. And they do feel guilty for not having contributed to society. There is that guilt inside them. But if you provide a forum where they don't have to pay anything or don't get into any chakkar, police issues, this, that, they fear all these things, and that's why they don't step out. So if you provide them a forum where they can silently do something in the comfort of their home and give them an outlet to do something good, they definitely come out. We always believe that everybody says there's so much of negativity in the world. But if you see energy management principles, energy always exists in a state of balance. So if there is negativity, there's equal amount of positivity as well. So it depends on us what we want to concentrate on. So if you bring out the positivity more and more, then it's enough. You need a energy bank, as you mentioned earlier, a wave of energy, or to counter this. You can build a sufficiently strong wave which can even stall a war, if you invoke it. The way I see Connecticut is like a river. The river continues to flow. You go there to probably watch the sunset or bathe or do whatever you want, and you come back home. But the river continues to flow. So I visualize Connecticut as this river, and let's see where it goes.
The citizens have a new project. You've started something new for them.
Yes.
So what will that be?
See, what happens is the Connecticut group now, it's 10 years old. So in the 10th anniversary, I was thinking, why not do something new now? One movement has taken 10 years, now let's start another movement. So, and many of the Connecticut people, so as citizens as they are called, they said, let's do something beyond praying. Let's do something more tangible, So I was thinking of what we could do. So I thought about recycling waste. And so waste is at one end. The other end is people who are unemployed or gainfully unemployed. You can say that they're employed, but they are not adding any value to their job. There are many who are just sitting at home who are extremely potent, they're capable, but they don't know who to go, where to go, who to call, who to tap. Right? So in terms of energy, when I see it, it is this potent energy which is below the surface, which is waiting to be tapped. It's like oil in the earth. You need to tap the oil at the right place for it to come out, and someone has to do that. So I thought, why not create a system wherein these people who are sitting at home, it could be senior citizens, it could be retired people, it could be housewives, it could be youngsters who are on Facebook or chat the whole day who don't know what else to do. It could be underprivileged women or men. It could be anybody, lay citizens in the city. So we have waste, newspaper largely. I started checking the net for newspaper products, and I saw that there are a lot of stuff that can be made out of paper, which one would never know that it's done out of newspaper. So I put it to my Connecticut group, and many people said, come on, let's do it. There were many who said it will not work, and so some joined in this initiative, which we coined the Citizens Project. We invited many people from outside as well to join in, those who are not members of the Connecticut group. So they joined in, and we sort of brainstormed as to what can be done. So the idea was this, that you take newspapers, you get experts in the city to train people on how to make crafts out of these. So ordinary citizens get trained in the art of craft making, you can say. The Connecticut group, or the Citizens Project group, pays these people per piece that they make. So my back end gets done, okay? And we present it to an audience which likes to receive eco-friendly gifts. So this is the loop that we are trying to form. And the Citizens Project and the Connecticut people are in the middle trying to facilitate. Again, we are acting as a catalyst to connect different segments of society so that a loop is formed. It's when the loop is separate, that's where the issue arises. So if you can join the two ends, then you have an energy which is flowing around. So for me, everything I see and do is in terms of energy. The Connecticut group was in terms of energy. My column is in terms of energy. When I meet people, it's in terms of energy. So even this project that we've started, we are in the 0.01 stage, you can say. We are meeting a lot of people who are doing wonderful work, and they are guiding us as to how to go about it. You just need to spot goodness and it just flows. It's so amazing. So that is what this project is all about. So hopefully it will grow big. If it doesn't, big deal, we at least tried.